Virgo. Welcome to your love reading. This is a timeless love reading for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Also, cross-watchers are welcome. So we're going to take a look at what messages there are for you. This is for singles, if you're in a relationship. This could be pertaining to love and relationships regarding friends, or yeah, it's a general love reading, so we're going to see what we pick up. What is the most important message for you at this time? So you can see I've laid out some cards. You have the Love Path Tarot with the As Above, So Below. That's what it says there. It's the Sacred World Oracle, and they are both by the same artist. So I thought I really wanted to do this, and it felt like nice Virgo energy. So let's take a look at your messages. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. Okay, so I can see that there is some kind of ideal or idea of fulfillment that hasn't really panned out. Maybe you were on a path or in a relationship. This for me has the feeling of like a relationship that had a lot of promise in the beginning kind of starting to fizzle out. Something that seemed really meant to be, that seemed really to have momentum and to have like a lot of happy moments. And I just want to remind you that those happy moments aren't illegitimate. I don't know if can you see my hand making weird things in the corner? Anyway, okay. I'm doing this weird thing with my hands. If something is coming to an end, that you can still take those happy moments with you. You can still take the growth. You can still take those beautiful memories with you. But let's clarify this, or let's move forward, and then we'll clarify. Okay. So we have the Seven of Staves. Yeah. So it feels like there's been a time of defensiveness. Maybe you felt that you needed to protect yourself from someone. So if this is in a relationship, the relationship is feeling a little bit sour, a little bit upside down right now. There may be the feel or the need to kind of evaluate. It feels like the passion is fizzled. So maybe you're not having sex anymore if you're in a relationship, or maybe your lust for dating has really kind of gone out. Like this could also be the energy here of, if you're single, just being kind of dismayed, or like not really feeling like you want to pursue anything right now. I feel like you're not really like, hey, let's get into the dating game if you're single. And if you're in a relationship, you're just kind of like done with your relationship. But as a Virgo, I'm also a Virgo. Just in my sun though. But I do have some insight into that Virgoan nature. And when it comes to being burnt out on something, you're also willing to put in hard work. So it's hard to say where you're at with this, Virgo, because if you're done, you're done. And I think the cards will tell us whether you are. I don't feel like that's where it's at. I feel like it's kind of entered into a period of apathy, honestly. And then we have Dionysus and Aradne. I don't know. Okay, so this is this is the world. This is a cycle of completion. So you're done with something. This could be you're done with a certain way of behaving in a relationship. This could be that you are, this card signifies triumph in this deck. So either way, this is you moving into a new cycle. It's interesting, as I move through the signs, and I like to work from Aries to Pisces because it gives me, first of all, because I'm a Virgo and I like systems and organization in some ways, but also because that's how it's supposed to be, right? Is that Aries is the fresh energy, and then you move and you get more insight as you move through the signs, all the way to Pisces, where I have all the information from all the other signs and I can connect them. And you're about halfway through. So I've had the ability to see what's going on with everyone. And I feel like you are you are at the point of a completion where this is a Virgoan completion. And what I mean by that is you know when you get to that point where you're just like, that's it. I've given so much. I've bent so much. I've adapted so much. You know, you're a mutable sign, so you have that ability to transform and adapt and work. And Virgos put in so much work into their relationships, but this is where you're no longer going to do that anymore. And it could be too, so if you're in a relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean that your relationship is ending. You'll know if that's you. It could mean that you are no longer going to give something in a relationship, or you're no longer going to take something in a relationship. So there's a transformation there, but we're going to clarify with these cards down here, okay? So we have, drum roll please, we have the crocodile. Yeah, okay. So for me, the crocodile gives no Fs, right? The crocodile is a very, is ambivalent the word I'm looking for? It gives no Fs, okay? It does not give a crap. And I feel like this is the energy you're in. So it's this kind of like, I'm done. I'm just done with what's going on here. So it could be some aspect of your relationship, or it could be with dating in general, with love in general, like pursuing love in general. But what's really beautiful about this energy is it actually is powering you up. So you dropping into this space, you being a Virgo, being like, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care. You still care. But you're going to care in a different way. It powers you up not to care. Because Virgo, like Pisces, is an energy that will give and give and give and give. Like Cancer as well, that will continuously give. And then, so when you drop into that space of like being, do what you want to do, I'm out, I'm not caring, that's when you power up. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here for you. And then we have the Falcon to clarify the Seven of Staves. So yeah, I feel like you are standing your ground. I feel like you're holding your own and you're standing your ground, and you are stepping into your power here. So this fizzle, again, it's really interesting that these cards are like kind of mirrors for each other. So when you step into the I don't care, that's when you power up. That's when something that you really care about starts to come in, or what you really care about starts to come in fresh for you. With the Seven of Staves, this like burnt out energy ends up igniting a new passion, a new drive for perspective. Okay, so as you remove yourself and as things have fizzled, it's like zooming the lens out so that you can see from above what needs light, what needs reinvigorating. Okay. This also has for me a radiant energy. So if you are so you're going to still care about someone, and people are still going to feel, the people that you love are still going to feel your caring through this period, but it's going to be more radiant and less direct. So it's less like acts of service potentially, or things that are really direct ways of caring, and more ways of just kind of like a feeling. Like you'll radiate warmth even though you've fizzled in some way. Your passion is kind of fizzled for things. You're still radiating this warmth, okay? And then to clarify Dionysus and Arene, the Triumph card, we have Turtle. Okay, so Turtle to clarify the world. That's very interesting. There is a native, like North America is called Turtle Island, but it's like that the world is carried on the back of a turtle. And I feel like for you, the triumph is that you are no longer carrying the burdens of others on your back. Okay, so this to me feels like a transformation or an understanding of what you're responsible for, and only carrying what you're responsible for. So maybe you're holding some things back. Maybe you're not sharing everything. You know, maybe you're keeping your own, like, your own tricks, and you're not revealing all of your cards. Or you're allowing yourself to be cared for. You're letting yourself receive some love. Okay, yes, this mirror energy is here. So, I feel like for you, Virgo, if you are going out on a date with someone, you are going to see something about yourself. You're going to learn something about yourself from those dates. I don't see anyone specifically coming in. I don't really feel like this is a time for that for you, honestly. It feels like more of a time for you and for you to get some perspective. And then once that perspective, we'll start to see, we'll pull some cards for future energies. So we have soulmates. I mean, this is what the triumph is as well. A triumph in love is the soulmates. It's culminating in finding the soulmates, but I feel like this is, that's kind of the process that you have to undergo. And I feel like it's still, you'll know where you're at in this journey. So maybe you're back at the crocodile stage. You're just kind of ambivalent and fizzled and sitting back, radiating warmth, but not giving anything too much, protecting yourself in this shell. I just don't feel you coming out into that yet. Not today. Not today. So if something does come up, keep in mind you can hold things off. You can, if you're single, you can kind of put that off. If you're in a relationship, you can just kind of say, like, I'm taking some time to work on me. I don't know if you actually have to say that in your relationship, but you might know how to navigate that. And heart with a key. I feel like what you're doing, Virgo, is you're discovering what you have to give, exactly what your gifts are in relationships, and learning how to receive and how to see your behaviors reflected in others. So for instance, if you have a tendency to worry a lot, maybe someone comes into your life that worries a lot, and you're going to see that direct reflection in them. Okay, you're going to discover all kinds of keys. So things that have been holding you back in your relationship, in your current relationship, or the ones that are forthcoming, you'll start to see in these other people or in situations. This could be happening with friends, it could be happening with family, it could be happening in your dating life, where you are having conversations with people and you're like, oh, I do that. And then being like, oh, I don't like when someone does that, or I really like when someone does that, or I wish that person wouldn't be so hard on themselves, and then being like, oh, that's how people are feeling about me, and so maybe I can give others the gift of not treating myself that way, because you are a sign of service, so it's going to motivate you to change if it affects other people. That's a Virgo hack right there. All right, let's take a look at some love oracle cards and see what other messages are coming in. I almost didn't want to pull these cards because it ruins the color scheme. That tracks. Okay, I'm going to pull from a different deck. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with my gut on that. All right, so we're going to pull from the Tarot of Sexual Magic, because I see that there's a fire here. There's passion in your belly, but it's kind of also fizzled. So if you're in a relationship, you're just not wanting to, like, go out and find someone. Not that Virgo is necessarily a sign of hookups anyway, but... Okay, so we can get some messages for Virgo. Okay. So we have the Seven of Swords reversed and the Ten of Swords. All right, so this is kind of like there could have been deception in the past, or just like issues with impotence, issues with like kind of humiliation, or just things coming to a point of like you can't even get out of your head when you're trying to be passionate, when you're trying to be intimate with someone. And so what I see here is you coming, like the Ten of Swords is the end of a cycle. So I see that you coming to the end of this painful cycle when it comes to your sexuality and intimacy, primarily. Okay, but with the Seven of Swords, if you are in a relationship and there's been a lot of kind of distance, or a lot of like awkward kind of sexual encounters, I feel like there is definitely something in the masculine energy that is not being fed. So again, here there's this separation, there's this fizzle, but there is a dormant, passionate energy that wants to come out. So this could be something that might be helpful for you, is to examine where your masculine energy is at. So if you have too much of it, it could be kind of affecting your person's energy. Or if you're dating and or if you're single and you're looking for someone, or maybe not actively, I don't see you actively looking for someone, but you would like to have someone. It may be that you're very much in a masculine energy right now, and so you're putting up walls and barriers and blockades, and or you're in a space of pride or ego, like shutting down things that may very well be okay, just kind of being, how does this come out in a Virgo way? So an example of that in a very Virgo way would be to be like, oh my gosh, this person said this, like if you're on a dating app or something and this person said this, and it's like they're out. Like you just dismiss someone before, Virgo can be very, before you let someone in, you can be very, like almost harsh in your dismissal of people. And so it could be that if you're noticing that you're doing that there's something that needs to soften. This could also be coming out as criticisms of your partner, but I feel like there's something that you feel that your partner isn't telling you. I feel like there's some kind of communication that needs to happen that is really affecting your intimacy and your sex life. Okay. And then with the Ten of Swords, this is again, the end of a cycle. I feel like this is a time to kind of, honestly, what I'm getting is that you can't even be intimate with yourself because you get too in your head. So maybe stop trying. If you are trying, I don't feel like you're trying really very that hard, but you may be thinking a lot about exes, and processing that kind of stuff, and kind of going through and sifting through your history. But I want to point out that the mirror is here as well. So if you are in a relationship, your partner is mirroring your energy. So when you open up and you get out of your head, it's going to help them get out of their head. Same thing goes if you're single. Someone that is coming in could potentially just be reflecting what you are giving off. So let's get some future energies, some possible future outcomes here. What's coming in Virgo's love life beyond this cycle? Okay, we have the Prince of Arrows reversed. There's some kind of there's someone who wants to come in and express their feelings toward you, but I feel like you're blocking it. Or there's someone who wants to come in and apologize or say something. Someone has something to say to you. This Cupid wants to fire its arrow, but you're kind of blocking his shot. Then the Ten of Staves reversed. Okay, so there's some kind of burden that you're not yet ready to release, and this is going to be This is going to be important for breaking out of this cycle and moving forward with your love life. This could be a lot of grief as well. So, yeah. But it's the Ten of Staves. So again, I'm seeing the end of a cycle. And then we have the Princess of Cups. This is beautiful. So we do have a love offer coming in at some point. We have this peace. I want to say there's peace. I feel like you can find peace in your love and your romantic life in this time of grief. In this time of burden, of struggle, of feeling really heavy. I feel like there is going to be a new person coming in that helps to, or this could be the person that you're already with as you move through and break through these intimacy blocks and this overthinking kind of energy, this anxiety. I feel like there is someone that's coming in for you who will help you to break this cycle or to at least comfort you through it. So I had some cards fall out regarding this person. I have the card of oppression, Dido, the Two of Staves, and this is the Emperor card, but Arthur and Guinevere, and the Lovers or Love card reversed. So this is Isis and Osiris. Okay, so this is someone who you may have had a past with. This is definitely indicating a really colored past with this person. Maybe there's been some distance between you. This is someone who you really felt that you could have a power coupling with, but it's sort of the choice has never been made to be together. Or you are together, but you haven't fully recognized the power in your connection. The mirroring aspect of your connection, maybe. So if you are in a relationship with this person, that mirroring aspect, the mirror aspect is here, the mirroring or the power aspect is here. The mirroring is going to help you to get to this power place in your relationship with this person, okay? But there's so much love here. There's just some blocked communication. And that distance between you has to do with past energies and mourning. Like there's grief here and there's mourning for sure. So whatever you're grieving, you know, allow yourself to be comforted potentially, allow yourself to be held. Maybe it is a tendency for you, maybe it's a tendency, you're a Virgo. It's a tendency for you to analyze things, but this might be about not analyzing something and just allowing someone to hold you, or just allowing someone to hold space for you and sit with you. I know that's going to make you uncomfortable because it's like the most vulnerable thing a Virgo can do is to stop analyzing, right? And to just let a situation kind of be what it is for the moment. But I see that that's going to be really super helpful for you. So this is what I have for you, Virgo. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below if you like this reading or if you want something, I don't know, else. You can always leave those suggestions down there. If you'd like to book a personal reading, did I already say that? That information is down below. Whatever. Okay, let's wrap this up. Take care. We'll see you soon.